How y'all doing? Happy Blessed Tuesday. Hey, Tracy. Where you been at, Tracy? Hey, Wanda. Hey, Angie. Hey, YouTubers. My YouTube fans. Hey, y'all. Y'all could come, when I come on here on Instagram, y'all pop up on here. But I ask y'all to come over here to YouTube and y'all don't listen. Okay. I see what kind of games y'all playing over there. Y'all doing what y'all want to do because y'all think y'all running things, but y'all not. I just decided to come on here to tell y'all about yourself, but I'm gonna let y'all stand for now. hmm Y'all pop up right on YouTube. I mean Instagram, but y'all ain't pop up over here on YouTube. I'm gonna show y'all something. Cause y'all do what y'all want to do when y'all want to do it for who y'all want to do it. All I ask y'all was to do is to come over here to YouTube, press the likes, subscribe. But no, y'all want to do what y'all want to do for who y'all want to do it for when y'all want to do it. Thank you, Queen. Hey, Albert. Now, what's taking you so long, Albert, to get to YouTube? A lot of y'all follow me. Y'all, I see y'all. Don't y'all know I can see y'all? So why I can't see y'all on YouTube? Stop being selfish and run over to YouTube. All y'all to do, y'all got it on your phone. Just download it like y'all download all the other mess and stuff. Download. I'm on YouTube. I am Ann Mays. I'm just saying, and don't forget to like. Hey Linda. Hey Pam. I don't know what's going on with them over there on Facebook. Y'all want a little Kit Kat? Anybody? Anybody? But every time I get on Facebook, it's always showing one person. And it's always just showing one person. So where's the people at? Albert, you got a smart TV? Do you have a smart TV? All you have to, it's just an app. You just download it to your phone. But if you got a smart TV, which everybody should be on smart time, you got a smart TV. All you gotta do is turn your TV on and tube it and all those little free channels and all that, and YouTube gonna pop up, and you just search me on YouTube. I am Ann Mays. It's just that simple. Just that simple. Hey, Linda. I be trying to give y'all a break. All right. Well, if you got YouTube on your smart TV, all you got to do is put in YouTube, put in I am Ann Mays, and I'm going to pop up. Boom. There she go. And it's going to ask you to like and subscribe. And you can. I don't know what's the big problem. Hey, Karen, what is the big deal about y'all coming to YouTube? I don't understand it. I'm putting in work. That's what I do. But the minute I come on Facebook, Instagram, y'all over there. So what's the difference? Y'all either gonna watch me. I understand. A lot of people don't like to watch YouTube because YouTube have commercials. That's why. But what y'all don't realize that the commercials is for me. If y'all watch the commercials without skipping the commercial, I can get paid. That's why they saying, come to YouTube, come to YouTube. And y'all don't want to come to YouTube. But guess what? I'm still going to continue to work, regardless to what. Sooner than later, y'all going to figure it out. Because I have to figure it out. Okay? But anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Even if y'all don't come to YouTube. So I appreciate y'all. You don't like it? You don't like YouTube, Albert? It's a lot of things we don't like. It's understandable. But so today's topic is being deceived. Being deceived. Because the internet, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, all these websites, all these apps, all these different everybody that be on social media, including me, then been deceived. I'm just saying, you can go to YouTube and watch it. So, yeah, support one another. You're right, chocolate. That's what we should do. Right. Oh, let me tell you something. All right. I don't I don't want to make y'all feel like I'm bullying y'all because that's not why I'm here. I'm just saying that I wish we all could come together on one accord. We can't even come together on one accord on social media. So just imagine how the generation out there, the people out there, if somebody say we'll never be able to come together as Black people, I want to believe that that's not true. I want to believe that our ancestors, Martin Luther King and that's not our ancestors, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. I want to believe that they had a dream that all of us came together. They're working against us, and we working against us. Just imagine how brilliant it would be if all of us would come together and show them that we can get along. Right. I'm on YouTube now. So y'all know how that would be if we all could be on one accord and stop disliking your sister or your brother for no reason. Let me tell you something. I had to pray earlier today because I was still angry at somebody. And every time I would see them on social media, I would put my nose up and I say, Lord, forgive me. I say, Lord, forgive me, because I'll be just like them. The people that don't like me, I'll be just like them for disliking somebody for disliking me. See what I'm saying? We got to learn to grow up. And a lot of people haven't grown up yet. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank y'all. Let me tell you something. All the people that's on my YouTube channel, I see them every day. If I don't see them, I'm going to start to wonder where they at. Because now we family. So, y'all on Facebook and on Instagram, y'all need to step your game up, because I see the same old people that show me the same love every day on my YouTube channel. They is very loyal to me. Hey, Dina. They be on my channel before I get there, and that speak volume. But I understand. See, I be thinking about a lot of things. Just imagine if this was one of y'all podcasts, because this is my podcast. Is it what? Your story podcast. My podcast is I Am Ann Mays. I got 2 YouTube channels, but one of them I don't use, and I want to delete it, but I don't know how to delete it. But the one where I Am Ann Mays, that's the one. I Am Ann Mays. That's the one. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Ash. Hey, Karen. You been going through things, Queen? That's all right, God got you. He got you. Trust and believe. He got you. In spite of whatever it is, just know that he got you, sis. He got you. So y'all listen. So today we talking about people that deceive us. Let me say this. Each and every one of us on the internet then been deceived by somebody. Either we've been deceived by people that we love or people that we thought love us. In some type of form, we all have been deceived. Even on the internet, people deceive you into making you believe they live a certain lifestyle. People deceive you into believing, making you think on the outside that they happy and happy relationships, happy marriages. And y'all, a lot of people be going through every day. Somebody got to put up a facade and act like they happy when they not. I'm gonna say it again. Every day, somebody got to walk out their house and act like they happy when they really not. A lot of people dealing with that. And if you're dealing with that right now, just know that you're not the only one. It's a lot of time I had to put on a fake smile. And the reason why we do that is because you don't want to give the enemy no glory. You don't want the enemy to feel like they winning. Because you know how, like, a lot of people like to see other people downfall because they feed off of that. But you got to flip the strip on them. Even when you're going through and you don't feel like smiling, smile anyway. Because I remember me coming up as a young girl, and it was times where I was Gucci down to the socks, past the socks, the shoes. I mean, just everything. And I have more name brand on my body than money in my purse. But I always had a game plan, like, you know what? I can be broke, but they'll never know it. And that's what's going on around the world. A lot of people is deceiving y'all to making y'all believe that they have things that they don't. They making y'all believe that they happy because y'all on the outside looking in, and they not. Long as you are a human being living on earth, you're going to have trials and tribulation. You're going to go through something. You're going to have some good days, and you're going to have some bad days. You're going to have some days, hey, Nikki girl. You're going to have some days where you want to be bothered, and some days you just don't want to be bothered. Even on your job. Some of y'all own jobs, and it be times y'all get up and go to work, and it's a bad day. You don't want to be bothered. You don't even feel like talking to your coworkers. But you do it anyway because that's your money. That's your bread. And that's your job. Some of y'all got jobs that y'all don't even like to go to. But you go because you know the bills got to be paid. And another thing, ain't nobody going to take care of you and yours like you. That's why I say, when I come on here and I tell y'all what Jehovah say, he said he'll never leave you nor to forsaken you. When mama gone, daddy gone, sister, brothers, family, when all them gone and all them fail you, you still got him to lean on. That's the powerful thing about him. Because he said in his word, hey, Monique, he said in his word, I will never leave you nor to forsake you. Hey, Pam, if he said he will never leave us and he'll never forsaken us, so some things are out of our control. And if it's out of our control, we need to pray about it, give it to him, and forget about it. Because once you give it to him and you a little bit forget about it, that's when he going to start manifesting. Hey, Janice, he going to start manifesting things and giving you things. See, the flip side to life is that when we pray, we want Jehovah to come overnight. But it's a process. Everything has a process. And being strong is a process. Girl, some of the things I went through in my life, I had to go through crying, being angry, being mad, don't want to talk, don't want to go outside, don't want to hear all that old love making music and all that. I ain't want. When you go through, I don't know if y'all went through like some of y'all ain't went through what I went through, but when I tell you, that shit don't feel good, ain't it? At all. So you could be your own worst enemy, or you the only one can make you happy outside of Jehovah. You either gonna stay over there being miserable, or you gonna work on being happy. Thank you, Travis. Or you gonna work on being happy. But what I said is being right still don't make you people. Let me say this how I put it. Being right still don't make people like you. Even if I'm right when I be right. They got people, I don't care if she right. I still don't like her. Somebody could do something to me, and I could tell some of these people on the internet, and I could be dead right. They don't care. So if they don't care, why should you use all your energy and worry about people that don't care about you? I'm going to continue drawing closer to Jehovah just because he said, I'll never leave you nor the forsaken you, Brandon. So who don't want to be close to a man that say, I will never leave you nor the forsaken you? When all else fail and when nobody got your back and you feel like you ain't the whole world against you and you ain't got nothing to stand on. Let me tell y'all this. Let me be honest with y'all. When you feel like you ain't got nothing to stand on, see that man upstairs? I be talking to him so much and he don't never get tired. He don't never get tired. And he always listening. You ever call somebody when you going through something and nobody answer the phone? I mean, nobody. You be like, damn. Now, I know they see me calling their phones. What about the time when somebody call your phone and you don't answer? I'm just saying. Because I know when they call my phone, if I don't want to be bothered, I ain't going to answer. So if somebody call my phone or vice versa, I'm going to give them the same energy they gave me. I know y'all saying, oh, that's petty. No, it ain't petty. They might not feel like being bothered. And now it's my turn to not feel like I want to be bothered. That's our human nature. Y'all can't tell me, oh, y'all, when somebody call you, you want to be bothered. And then some people you talk to on the phone, they don't ever let you get a word in. And you be like, damn, is she going to ever shut up? Is he going to ever shut up? You can put the phone down, go outside, come back, and they still talking. That's the people who do more talking than listening. I didn't have an argument with people, and they was like, you going to let me talk? No, I ain't going to let you talk because the shit you're talking about don't make no sense. That's an over talker. But now it's better to listen than to talk all the time. Maybe if you listen more than you running your mouth, you can learn something. So I'm a talker, but now I'm more of a listener. Because if you don't listen, you're going to miss something. And in certain situations, you're going to be deceived. With all the technology and all the stuff that's going on in the world with AI and all that kind of stuff, that they can literally deceive you. They could make you. Let me say what. Let me put it right. They can distract you from your journey. They could get you off your focus. That's the world we living in now. But only what you do for Christ gonna last. In spite of whatever you might be going through, in spite of whatever I might go through, I always go talk to him. So people might think I'm crazy, but I'm not. I do talk to myself. Somebody do me something, I be talking to myself. I be talking to myself, but I also be talking to Jehovah. At one time, I ain't know no better. To know better is to do better. And when you know better, you do better. And a lot of y'all still stuck. Because y'all want to believe in him. Y'all want to trust him. But y'all don't. Y'all got more trust in yourself than him. And he created us. I'm just saying. Y'all got more trust in yourself. Y'all got more trust in yourself than him. And that's sad. It's really sad. But let me say this. If you on here right now, I know some of y'all, let me turn this TV down. I know a lot of people, including myself. But I ain't going to talk about myself. I'm going to talk about some of y'all. I know you might be going through something right now. Because somebody going through something right now. And it seems impossible for you to get over this situation. But even the impossible is possible. I'm going to say it again. Even the impossible is possible. Let me say this. If I can endure all the stuff that I've been through in life, if I can endure all that and still lift my head up and put a smile on my face, what about y'all? What about some of y'all and the stuff that some of y'all dealing with? It's not that bad, Queen. It may seem like it's bad. It may seem like you've been praying and nothing ain't changing. It ain't changing in your time. Hey, Paula, a lot of stuff is not changing in our time. I tell y'all this all the time. Patience. You gotta have patience. It's imperative that you have patience. That's the times that we are living in now. You have to have patience. You can't go through something today and expect Jehovah to bring you out tomorrow. He gonna bring you through. He gonna bring you to it to bring you through it. So if he brought you to it, you got to have enough strength and enough faith to believe that he gonna bring you through it. He bring me through it. I'm blessed and highly favored. That's how y'all should think. You should think that no weapon formed against you gonna prosper, because that's his word. That ain't my word. He said no weapon formed against you gonna prosper, but he didn't tell us the weapon wasn't gonna form. Oh yeah, they're gonna form the weapons, but in his word, he said the weapon will not be. They will not. No weapon formed against you will prosper. He said the weapon gonna be formed against you, but they ain't gonna prosper. So who y'all believing in? Yeah, y'all cry. I cried. Crying ain't gonna change the situation. Crying ain't gonna bring nobody back. Being depressed ain't gonna change the situation. Going through, that's life. You could cry a river. That don't mean it's gonna change. Somebody hurt your feelings, somebody lied on you, somebody did something to you. They did that. Now you got to be strong enough to know how to deal with what they did to you. Thank you, Paula. You got to be strong enough to know how to deal with it. Like somebody called me and told me Miss Thing was talking about me. And you know what I told her? I don't care. Thank you, Trace. I don't care. I'm to a point in my life where it don't matter how people feel about me. It should matter to y'all how people feel about y'all. It should matter to y'all what people say about y'all, because you're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't. You think somebody gonna stop talking about you because you worried about them talking about you? If you worry about somebody talking about you, then they got control of your life. Nobody but one man have control of my life. So why would I worry about all these people on the internet who I don't even know personally? And they going through some probably worse than me. But we on the outside looking in. I'm on the internet telling my business, talking about what I done been through to make somebody else's life a little different, to let y'all know that it ain't that bad. If I could overcome, what's the problem with y'all? What is the problem? All the obstacles that came at me, I'm overcoming all of them. So what is the problem with y'all? The problem with y'all is that y'all don't want to change your life from doing things that y'all used to do. Y'all don't want to put that aside and put him first and don't do the things that you used to do, because in your mind, you feeling like, oh, I got to do this, or I got to do this. You ain't got to do none of that. You doing what you want to do. Because in your mind, if you feel like, I got to lie, I got to steal, I got to cheat, I got to do all this, I got to do all that. If it's not lining up with the will of God, it's not going to last anyway. Why wouldn't you want a better life? And the only reason, or the only way you're going to get a better life, not reason, the only way you're going to get a better life if you draw closer to him. And you ain't got to be perfect. Because he already know we not perfect. He already know we going to fall short. But some things is just unacceptable. Ain't no excuse for some things. Some people want Jehovah to come in their life, but they still want to live their life the way they see fit. Or I'm going to draw closer to him, but I'm still going to do what I used to do. I'm going to stealing, I'm going to lie, I'm going to backbite, I'm going to cheat, I'm going to steal. Nah, that don't add up. And I get sick or tired of the so-called Christian people try to judge me when at the end try to tell me how to live my life or what I should and shouldn't do, when they life in shambles and they still throwing the rock high in their hand and they still doing selfish, shady shit. Hey, Queen. Hey, sis. It's always the people that then overcome certain things. But at the end of the day, if you sit me down with them, I'm going to tell them about my life and my war. They're going to see all my scars and my war wounds. What about your life? Is there anything about your life you want to share with the people? And in their mind, I ain't telling these people my business. I don't know these people like that. If it's a testimony, it should be everybody's business. Because when you have a testimony, that's for him to get the glory. But no, y'all want to do what y'all want to do, how y'all want to do it. And some of y'all, so let me tell y'all something about me. I've been deceived by the so-called Christian people. Y'all, do y'all know some so-called Christian people that always talk about God and always guard this and guard that, when at the end of the day, they put up a facade and make themselves believe that there are something that they really not. But let me tell you about me. I'm from the streets. I came from the streets. I started going to the church house because I felt like, you know what? I've been crying. I've been tossing and turning. I've been going through. Let me start going to church. which I thought me going to church, I was going around a bunch of, like good people. And so I had to find out, hey nephew, I had to find out that all the people in church, and they ain't no better than you. They came over here because they need healing. They got they got wounds, they got scars, and they're trying to get a healing. So why would you put your trust in man when they going through at the same time you're going through? It's just different situations. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He don't want us to focus on the people. He want us to focus on him, and he want us to draw closer to him, and you could still enjoy your life. You could still enjoy your life knowing that he who he say is. Why you can't enjoy your life? Because you chose I chose Jehovah, so now I can't drink my little beer. I can't drink my little wine. Nah, certain things you can do, but you can't glut. That means getting drunk, out of control, and all that kind of stuff there. Yeah, you still can have your little beer, and still enjoy your life. But if you got your little beer in your hand, and you see the worldly people, and you always dish your little beer, you got your little beer in your hand, and you see the worldly people, and they know you always talking about God, they gonna judge you. She a hypocrite. She drinking beer. So since when, if you drink a little light beer, a little Coors, a little Heineken or something like that, since when Jehovah gonna judge you? And you probably the best candidate. Your heart is purer than some of the people that don't drink a Heineken or a Coors. I'm just saying. Keep your eyes on the prize, because at the end of the day, the so-called Christians, the ones who know how to quote the book, the Bible, the King James, from the beginning to the end, from Genesis to Revelation, that's the ones that'll deceive you. They want you to believe that. Hey, Tracy. They want you to believe that they are so holier than thou. And then they want to judge and point the finger at you. Oh, that's the bad guy. That's the bad guy. She messy. Or she this and that. Or she messy because she talk about God. That's why she messy. But let me tell you something. See, when you get to know Jehovah for yourself, you can discern the real from the fake Christians. Because they got the real Christians that's walking the street, that's telling people about Jehovah. And they got the fake ones that's in the church house, that's portraying to be a real Christian, and they wouldn't even give you a bottle of water if you needed it. Don't be blindsided by the ones who go to Bible study and go to church and go to this and do that and go to the Kingdom Hall and all that. Everybody that go to different places to serve one God don't mean that they better than you. People always, when the last time you been to church? Every day. Right. Every day. Oh, and what church you attend? And when the last time you been to church? Every day. Don't let that go over your head. Because church is within you. Church is within. At one time, it was a beautiful thing to be in the house of the Lord. But since they got all this hypocritical stuff going on, where they got men marrying men, they got the pastors, they got the first lady, the second lady, the first man, and all that kind of stuff. They lying, being deceived. Oh, we have a pastor's anniversary, a pastor birthday, we got a pastor this, you get this, the pastor get that. Oh, so the pastor get everything and the pastor don't give up nothing. Or if you need somebody to pay your bills, we need to check if you paid your tithes. So I've been coming here for quite some time. I didn't pay tithes all my life. And you mean to tell me now I need y'all And y'all can't help me. Y'all got a helicopter. Y'all got new clothes, snake skins. Y'all got diamonds. Y'all got pearls. Y'all got fur. Y'all got all this. But the people in the congregation is starving. Well, Pastor, wear snake skin. You think you can bless one of your people in your congregation with some snake skin? Or better yet, can you do a little giveaway and give some stuff to some of your people sometime? See, y'all can talk all that shit to everybody else, but I've been saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. I've been saved for 30-some years. So I saw the ins and the outs. I saw the so-called fake-ass Christian people. Hey, Queen. That's deceiving people. So the message for today is being deceived. We all have been deceived. Like Charleston White. Charleston White tried to deceive us. But when I saw him talking about I'm gonna put up 75 or whatever, how many thousand he gonna put up, and then he say, I'm going for $1 million. I say, yeah, that's game right there. I know game when I see it. I know game when I hear it. I know off the dunk Charleston White wasn't coming up with a quarter. And they're gonna say, I'm trying to raise $1 million. No, Negro, you're trying to raise $1 million for yourself. And I have about, how y'all surprised of Charleston White being who he is? Charleston White don't give a damn about, he don't even give a damn about himself. Do y'all not remember that he took the stand on his friends? Do y'all not remember none of that? Charleston White don't give a damn about, he don't even give a damn about black people, period. How you gonna come on the internet and tell us you gonna help Camaro Anthony, the little guy that, they found guilty for 35, give him 35 years. How you gonna come on the internet and try to play in our face like, I don't know about y'all, but I saw it coming. And it's sending shout outs. But this is the thing with y'all. Let me say this. How can y'all clap for a man who talk about children like a dog? He talk about the dead, the people that's unalive. He talk about people, mom. Nobody's exempt with him. And he dragged for his own skin color of people. How can y'all say y'all don't like him? Now, I ain't gonna lie. He got common sense in a lot of ways. And he got, you know what? I'm not gonna even say it. I'm gonna just keep that to myself. But at the end of the day, why was people so surprised when he flipped the strip? Hey, Kitty, when he flipped the strip. And you already know who he was. You know what? I get tired of these people giving people a pass. How y'all give people a pass that talk about the blind, the cripple, and the crazy, and talk about children? Oh, yeah, I love some Charleston White. How can all these people, you know what? You know what I couldn't really understand, but I can. So there'll be a contradiction to say I don't understand because I'm from the street. This a man that downgrade his own people. He talk about unalive children, talk about people mama, people daddy, people family. He talk about the blind, the cripple, and the crazy. And at the end of the day, people say, oh, I love Charleston White. Well, what part you love about him? When he be real, but he really not real? He'll say something and then come back and contradict what he say. He'll tell you, oh, I like you. And then at the end of the day, if you speak your mind, he don't like you no more. He is a narcissist. And a lot of people like him. To be honest, I don't know what they're saying. I guess they see, oh, he got a good side and he got a bad side. Well, what's the good side for us? Because to be honest, the way that, let me tell y'all something. Me coming up, some of the stuff that Charleston White said in my time, in our era, Charleston White wouldn't even be here no more. Because some things is off limit. So if he talked about all these people and their dead homeless, their dead children, and all this, and he never been touched, y'all, for the people that's slow and the people that's not from the streets, that don't make you slow. But I'm saying some people that can't comprehend for as with the street people, because I'm from the streets. Okay, if if it if he then told on all these people and disrespect all these people family, right? And ain't nobody never touch him, that speak volume. You know why nobody never touch him? Or nobody never unalive him? You know why? Because he being protected by the people. They're not gonna let nobody touch their informer. No matter where he go, they got undercovers. That's why he's so boldly speaking the way that he does, because he do know if somebody touch him, they gonna make sure they find him and they're gonna prosecute him because that's their informer. How could you? That's like you unaliving a police officer. So if you unalive him, you unalive a police officer. So it's not that a lot of guys out here that don't want to reach out and touch him, but you got to use common sense. If he worked for the people, he just ain't wearing a badge. Mm-hmm. That's why when we see stuff on the internet, before we pass an opinion, y'all need to listen. Because the internet and the people on the internet is deceiving y'all. Do y'all know how many people that saw Charleston White said he was going to help this young man? Do y'all know how many people believed him? Here come that Wendy. Do y'all know how many people believed him? So all the while y'all was being deceived. Charleston White, let me tell y'all how the game going on the internet. Because they think I'm slow because I don't have a lot of people be on my page yet. Certain people, when they don't hear their name no more, and people that made them relevant, and when they get quiet, they got to come back in. Anything that's trending, and Carmela Anthony, when they read the verdict of him being not guilty, he started trending, him and his family. So Charleston wanted a piece of that to make him relevant again. They got a lot of people on the internet. If you stop talking about them, they don't want that. They want to keep y'all going, so they won't keep up the content. So y'all could keep on being deceived, so they could keep on getting paid. It's a game. And a lot of y'all not street. So y'all is bypassing y'all. It's going over y'all head because y'all not street. You got to be a street person to realize the game that they playing on the internet. See, I knew the game for us out there in the wilderness in the street. But the internet game, I didn't know the internet game. Because if I knew the internet game, nobody on the internet would have made money off of me like I would have made off my damn self. See what I'm saying? Because a lot of people was like happy and they started looking at him different. Well, damn, he do that. It's like, it's almost like a lot of people really don't like him because they know who he really is. But when he came back with that, he won the people over. They weren't looking at the fact that he deceived all the black people, talked down on all the black people, talked down about people being unalive and children and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people gave him a pass when he said, yeah, I'm on the side of Carmelo Anthony and his family, and I'm going to come up with 75, I think it was 75,000. Hey, read it. He said he's going to come up with it, but I'm really trying to get $1 million. So I said, this Negro just say he coming up with 75. He's trying to get $1 million. Well, who gonna send $1 million? And I say he's trying to come up on his own people. That's what I say. When he say I'm trying to get $1 million, I say now he trying to come up on his own people by trying to deceive us and make us believe that he was for this boy and his family. How you gonna bring game to Parker Brothers? They invented all the Tonka game. So how you gonna bring game to Parker Brothers? You can't bring game over here. But at the end of the day, then he realized that the game that he tried to run didn't work out, and he came back. I'll tell y'all about a lie. When you tell one lie, you got to tell another lie to cover up that lie. So he had to come back and cover up what he said, when all the while he knew in his mind he wasn't coming up with no $75,000. He wasn't even coming up when he tried to get y'all. He tried to play in a lot of our face by thinking people were going to send him $1 million or send him money. When he realized it didn't work, he had to come back and say, man, I ain't messing with that. The dad is old punk. The daddy a punk. Now, why? That man got to be a punk. Why he got to be a punk? Because so you disrespecting somebody, son, somebody daddy, because you ain't having your way. But to be honest, let me say this, y'all. When he did what he did to the daddy, the family, whatever, he was only being who he is. I ain't gonna lie. If it had happened to my son and Charles would have given me a phone call, and I ain't gonna lie, I would have been like, nah, I'm good. Better yet, don't even send him, don't even let the call come through. But he deceived so many people into believing they were sending a shot. Well, I want to send a shout out to Charleston White for being one of the real ones. Real how? What makes Charleston White a real one? The only real thing about him is that he don't give a damn about his own skin color. And y'all, I like Charleston White. So y'all like him because at some point in his life, some things come out his mouth, it be real. But how can you like somebody that's not real? He put it in y'all face. I ain't never seen somebody braggadocious like how this dude bragged to the point to where at the end of the day, he let y'all know in your face. He ain't the one throwing the rock and hiding his hand. He said in your face, and y'all still put confidence in him? Ain't nowhere in the world this man should have made the money he made off of the internet with some of the shit that he said. And I'm on some positive shit. And at the end of the day, the stuff that should get action, it don't, not in y'all time. See, I'm going to work for mine. And I'm going to be able to tell the world that Jehovah did it for me. I ain't got to step on toes and treat nobody and bad and talk down on nobody, degrade nobody to get to where I'm going. I ain't got to sell my soul. And that's Charleston White. He sold his soul to the devil. And y'all trusting the enemy. That man ain't truthful to nobody. That man ain't don't have love for nobody more than he love himself. And y'all delusion your mind. Y'all really thought Charleston White was gonna really help somebody. Wow. How y'all figure that? The same one who been talking about the dead, the same one who talks about children, the same one that talk about babies. How could y'all put faith in a person like that and believe that he was about to up $75,000? How, when, and where? Y'all got to be more careful. Hey, Gwendolyn. The topic today is being deceived. Breaking news. How could y'all honestly put y'all trust in a man that tells y'all around the world that he don't give a damn about the blind, the crippled, the crazy, the ugly, the pretty, children? He don't care about nobody. And y'all put y'all faith and trust in a man like that straight up told y'all that he don't give a damn about. Now, when he talk about people, children, what y'all, little innocent children, F your dead baby. What? I'm going to say this. If Charleston was living in New Orleans, and I don't know about all the other places, they'll be trying to get at his neck, but they still got to use their head because he are the people. And that's like a police having a guard dog, a police dog. If you unalive the police dog, you're going to jail. So if you unalive Charleston White, he the police. Where you think you're going? That's why he ain't never got touched. But where I come up, I'm about to be 60. And when I come up in the 60s, if you did some of the shit Charleston did, Charleston wouldn't have seen another day. The same day he did what he did, he would have been MIA. I'm just saying. So if you got a man like that, and the cool part about it is he making money off his own people because they blindsided. See, we got the so-called people that smart, and we got the so-called people that's not smart. See, you can't just be smart when it come down to the internet and all that. You got to have street smart to know game when you see it. You got to be able to recognize a police when you see it. We got a lot of people that work on the internet. A lot of y'all favorite people that y'all love is the po-po. And guess what? They eating good because they being taken care of. Hey, James. They eating good because they being taken care of. You know they going to protect theirs. And he a coon. He one of them. He a Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom is, you going to try to play two ends in the middle. You going to play both sides. I'm going to play like I'm a black guy that love my black people, but I really don't. He been working with them people ever since he was a young boy. He ain't just started. They just gave him a pass. So now you work for us. We got you no matter what you say, how you say it. We going to protect you no matter where you go. But I'm going to need to use you to target your own flesh and blood, which is black people. But when they get through using him, when they get everything that they could get out him and see him for being the person he is, that's when people going to be able to go with their mood. But ain't nobody gonna be ain't nobody that he try to degrade or talk down on gonna be the ones to touch him. It's the people he working for. When they get tired of using him, then they're gonna do the dirty work. They're gonna do the dirty work. Once they finish using him and his little money gone, he gonna try to run back to us. Nah, we want you to keep that same energy and stay over there with your people. Because we not your people. I don't understand how in y'all delusional mind believe that Charleston White was one of us. How? He ain't never been none of us. Once he got on the stand and did what he did as a young boy, and as he grew up, he been working for them. And he gonna continue to work for them. The only people that go along to get along is the people that's just like him. Because where I'm from, you ain't gonna run with no snitch. And people gonna see you. The real dudes on the street, the real hustlers, man, get that dude from around me. That part right there. You can't come in my hood or where I come up at. Charleston White can't come on none of our corners and hang with none of our players. So I said, man, get that coon from around us. And whoever, if in my hood, where I come up at, if Charleston White came to the hood and one of the dudes out the hood brought him to the hood, he gonna be unalive and the other one gonna be unalive. That's how I was raised. You're not coming in the hood with that shit. You're gonna stay over there down yonder because you ain't coming over here with that shit. One thing about the hood, they're gonna protect the assets. Hey Penny, hey Mama Ava. One thing about the hood. Hey Queen, they're gonna protect. They're not gonna let him come in the hood and hang out with the hood. Nah, they ain't doing that. He come out with the mace and come out with this and this and that and all on. And for number one, y'all let him do a podcast with some of y'all, and then y'all let him come in out with his little pum and with the mace and the little knife and all that. Y'all totally out of pocket for paying him for an interview. Who gonna pay me as a black woman? And my podcast is big. I wouldn't even invite him to my podcast if they told me they'll give me $1 million. For what reason? They could keep the $1 million and keep his ratting, snitching ass, no black ass where he at. Because that when you talk about us black people, you're not like us. You're not one of us. He not like us. I don't want. You know what? Let me slow down. I'm gonna slow down. He one of the ones that I disown. He not like us. He not one of us. On some real shit, Charleston could never be one of us. But y'all got him big-headed. Y'all got him feeling like he the man. Well, wherever he stay, wherever he from, stay being the man where you're from. Because you can't come down here with that shit talking about you the man. And you think you could come in the hood and do that same shit you do other places? Nah. Not in no. The only way you could do that if you hook up with some people that's just like you. An informer. Yeah. Because where I'm from, you're an informer. You can't even come in our block. You can't even come on our street. Because you know what they're going to say? He them people. And once they get a whiff of you them people, nobody don't want to be around you. At all. So a lot of people that got love for him is the people that's just like him. But the OGs and the ones who still last from the streets, you better not bring him around them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Certain people, let me tell y'all, certain people got certain podcasts. And they got one of them got a big podcast, wanted me to come on. But one thing about me, I hold my own. You can't give me nothing to come on your podcast. I'm not going against the grain, and I'm not breaking the code to come on your podcast. You ever get tired? I don't curse no more like I used to, but I want to say, do you ever get tired of being you? I'm talking to you. So why would I come on your podcast when you and Charleston White and all y'all just alike? All y'all just alike. But where I'm from, we have certain codes and boundaries, and some boundaries you just don't cross. Some things, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell y'all again, Charleston White is not one of us. How you? This that young man life at stake. Camilla, this is life at stake, and Charleston White try to step up and play games with them people. Ain't nobody playing. And let me say this. That's what I want to say. If all this that's going on, this for all my black people that's prejudiced toward their own people. All y'all that don't like me, don't like people, don't like certain people, and that don't like your own skin color and all that. Y'all prejudiced and racist against your own people. So let me say this. When this young man got 35 years, they got all kind of flaws. And you mean to tell me the judge was corrupted? All right. The DA, the daddy, the whole little tribe, all them people was corrupted. So I'm going to say this, because I heard somebody say it's going to take a year. Why would it take a year for this child to be retried? Better yet, all this corruption that happened, he should be going back to court in the next couple of days. Automatic mistrial. He should automatically come home, and it shouldn't take a year later. So you mean to tell me all this corruption went on, and we still got to wait until y'all make a decision to bring him back to court, retry him, let it be a mistrial, whatever. So you mean to tell me we got to wait all this time when all the flaws is right there? So to my black people, at the end of the day, y'all not pushing hard enough. Because once we found out all this that happened, yeah, I know they got a process and all that kind of stuff there. But I also know one time I went to jail and I got out on an appeal. So you mean to tell me all this corruption and he still got to wait? I've been praying for him and asking God to protect him, because I don't want to hear something that somebody then did him something while he was in jail. How can he be protected in a jail that they controlling? But let me say this. Me as a black mother with black children, somebody ain't speaking loud enough. Hey, well, somebody not speaking loud enough, because there's no way possible all this that went on, all these crackers, all the crooked stuff that went on, this child should have been back in court within so many days and so many hours, not 365 days. It's too many flaws. So somebody, and it should be a speed of this, a speed of that in the system. Let's hurry up and get him a speed. Let's hurry up and do this. Everybody doing all this talking. Everybody saying if I shoulda, woulda, coulda. But ain't nobody biting. He should be out of jail right now as we speaking. But y'all ain't here when they said they ran behind him. Y'all ain't here when they said they was about to jump him. What part y'all missing? So we see all the corruption, all the stuff that went on that shouldn't have went on, and he's still in jail. They letting y'all know they still got the power because we ain't barking loud enough. They still letting us know that no matter what y'all say, we still got the power. So if they feeling like they still got the power, that means we as Black minority, we as people, I ain't gonna say just Black because they got some good white people too. That means we ain't barking loud enough because they got too much going on with the judge. You could look at the judge and say, and he looked like a KKK. I'm just saying. And for the daddy to come back on the internet and call him watermelon fella, okay. So you mean to tell me they got all these people and we found out all this discredit, all these lies and all that kind of stuff there, and he didn't get a fair trial, but he's still in jail? I feel like he should have a bind, an appeal bind. Somebody right now should be working on an appeal bind because they got too many flaws. But they still playing in y'all face by letting y'all know that it ain't gonna happen overnight. We still got more power than y'all. But see, I don't know his mama and I don't know his daddy. But I know if it was my child, I'd be on my knees 40 days and 40 nights. I know who the Alpha and I know who the Omega. And he said he'll never leave us nor forsaken us. See, all money ain't good money. They talk about the money and all talk about all this shit kind of stuff and this and that. But Jehovah got more power than money. All they need is favor. Right now, I be saying, Lord, give me some favor. Send the right people to the court. Send the right people down to Texas. Send the right people where he could get an appeal bond. When you get an appeal, you get the opportunity to get an appeal bond. Because they gave me 5 years on something that had nothing to do with me. And they try to railroad me. And I said, the lawyer told me that if I plead guilty, he was going to make sure I get a probation. That was grounds for appeal because they're not supposed to promise you nothing. Y'all got to listen. So if somebody made a promise to you in the courthouse and you tell the judge, that's a mistrial right there, I was able to file for an appeal and I got out on a $250,000 appeal bond. Yeah, I remember that one too. Same thing with the white boy. Like they said, the other little white boy, he unalived somebody and this and that, and he got off. He got a lesser sentence and all that kind of stuff. So y'all see all this going on. But at the end of the day, us people, I might not have millions and millions of dollars, but I know a man who have control. He said, well, when 1 or 2 or 3, if all us gather and all us pray tonight, and be on one accord, God can move the mountain. But no, our own skin color is racist against one another. And then some people saying, oh, well, they moved him real fast. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm gonna say it again. The pictures look like 2 different people. So I really don't know what's going on because I be zooming in on pictures and I was like, damn, this don't even look like the same young man. But at the same time, I know when I was incarcerated, even when they gave me 5 years, they didn't transfer me that fast. I got out at 12 midnight, and they was about to come get us and transport me and the other young lady to the women's prison, St. Gabriel. But that's because we got our time, and it was a while. It wasn't right then and there. It wasn't that fast. Right. We all. Because what they don't realize, Gwenda, is that this affect all of us. When they mess over one black person, it affects all of us. And all of us, how many times we going to let them keep on thinking they got more power than our people? Look in the projects. Y'all don't see no black, no white people in the projects. They divide themselves from us. All these projects they got going on. I was looking at YouTube today. They say the 5 worst projects they said the Florida project, they said the Melfamine, they said the Callio, they said the Desire was the worst. They said the Melf. But when I was coming up in a Desire project on Abundant 3507 Abundant, that wasn't the worst project to me. Neither the Florida. So when all this occurred, that the Desire was the worst project in the Florida, because we lived in the Desire in the Florida on Mazane. But at the end of the day, do y'all not know in the Iberville, they had more white people staying there because it's more closer to Canal Street and Bourbon Street? A lot of y'all don't know that Bourbon Street, all those buildings, all those historical buildings in Bourbon Street, black people built that. Black people, slaves, built the levees. Oh, some of y'all wouldn't know. I'm just saying, Queen. See, a lot of people so busy being mad at this one, that one, our own skin color, they prejudice against one another. But at the end of the day, we fighting against each other and they fighting against us. How long it's going to take for us as black individuals to realize that they still think they in control? Well, you know what they say? Long as you see them unaliving one another, we ain't gonna have that many of them left anyway. They don't care about y'all. Like y'all don't like your own people. They don't like y'all. What y'all stupid tell self? Who got 30? The young boy I'm talking about? The young boy that I'm talking about that you mentioned, he got 10 years, not 35 years. But the other white boy get a pass. He got 10 years and he got a lesser charge. I do know how the system works. I do know it's corruption in a lot of systems. I do know because corruption took place on me. So I know how it goes. And they wanted me to come back and open a case so they could put my people back in jail. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. Even though my people mad at me when I come and tell my story, but I still, all them people who lied, all them people who discredit me, I could have reopened my case because it had flaws in it. But that's still my people, and I let them ride. Y'all thank me later. I'm just saying. But we got all our people, same skin color. Some a little lighter than others, some high yellow, but they still our people. So this that affect this young man affect all of us. That right? You right, Sandra? I'm just saying, hey, Monique. I'm just saying. All you see is The black girls pulling their hair out, kicking each other, dragging by the weave, and all this shit kind of stuff. You see all that. When they gonna show us their crimes that they commit every day? Do y'all not know in certain, I'm gonna say they got counties, we got wards. In certain counties, they have stuff that go on, but at the end of the day, they won't let it hit the news because they don't want to bring their property value or whatever they got going on. They don't want to bring it down. But they got just as much crime as us, but they don't show it. But they laughing at us, our people. Oh, look at, come see the little monkey, come see the little black people. They out there. Yeah, come see the little nigga, the N-word. And our own people showing it all on the internet, how our people acting. And whenever you show a fight on the internet, she getting beat and he doing this and somebody unalive, whenever y'all showing all that affect all of us. Because they're talking about all of us. When we see our black queens on, they fighting and this and that and pulling up at somebody's house and all that kind of stuff there. And it's still, no matter what way you look at, black on black. No matter how you, oh yeah, white people, this and that and all that kind of stuff there. And y'all doing the same damn thing. Thank you, Queen. Chocolate. I'm just saying. Y'all want to scream and rap and rave about this, and ain't none of y'all doing a damn thing. You know why ain't none of y'all doing nothing? Because in y'all mind, y'all feel like, oh, it ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't my son. That could be each and every one of us sons and daughters. Y'all forgot about the other young lady that they kicked in the door and she was sleeping on her boyfriend and they kicked in the door and unalived her? Y'all forgot about that? They ain't just doing it to our black men. They doing it to our black people, period. Again, they racist against us and y'all racist against us. They be sitting back enjoying they call us the let's, yeah. Well, I don't like her. I don't like him. And when I say I'm gonna do it. Everybody out there, if you got beef with your own people, you need to nip that shit in the bud. If you got beef with your own sister or your own brother, you need to pray about that and nip that shit in the bud. Ain't even worth it. Because we got them over there that's fighting against us. Now you won't beat up your sister and they won't beat us up. You mad at your sister, you hate on your sister, your brother, but they hate all of us. Why you think they come in all of the black neighborhoods? Our people won't move in the neighborhood, in the hood, but they'll buy a house, a historical house. They'll move in the neighborhood. You know why they'll buy the house in all the hood? That way they can run y'all out the hood. They buying the houses for a little nothing. And they rebuilding and making them out of $300,000-$400,000 houses. They flipping their money. That's the game. But at the end of the day, your mama, your daddy, our ancestors left houses behind that they struggle to get. And y'all let them come in and sweep it right from up under y'all for a little bit of nothing. Oh, because y'all feuding with the family. Mama and daddy, they picked cotton and did all this, got whipped and all this for to get this house. And y'all didn't let them came and swept your mama or your dad. That's why I love Miss Gloria, a black-owned store off of Bienville, Iberville. Miss Gloria, I was born and raised around there too. Black-owned grocery store, still holding it down. Mama Gloria. still holding it down to this day. That's who you're supposed to get the flowers to. My grandmother had a grocery store on St. Louis, by across from the Iberville. That's the type of people you want to honor, who made the way for our black people. Black-owned grocery stores. Our people, and you're right. When they can't see because they're so busy worrying about where she drive, where she got on, where she live. When at the end of the day, when one black person hurt and they show it all around the news and they playing in our face like that, it affects all of us. You know why it affects all of us? Because all of us is black. And it could be your son, your daughter, your son, your daughter, your son, your daughter, or our grandchildren. The hate is real. They hate us, and some of our own people hate us. When our people gonna realize that at the end of the day, we could get together when they come down the second lines. We could get together when they have, Super Sunday. We could get together during certain times like that. But at the end of the day, when they fight against us, we can't fight against them. We can't build a wall against them. Do y'all not know that they really, in their own little special way, really in their mind, I wish we can get all these little out of and go back to the slavery. Anytime they be bold enough to come under the comment and talk that shit about, yeah, he shouldn't have did this and his mama should have did that, and they got sons and daughters doing the same shit. It ain't the first. They had 2 other little white boys unalive a little black boy, and they get a slap on the wrist. Y'all think that shit don't still exist? Well, let me tell y'all something. It do. It do. Where I live, races exist over here. But they don't bother me. And if they bother me, I'm going to check them. I came over here for peace. I ain't running from my own people. It was so much going on over there. I was like, you know what? I got to move around. But I stand for who they is over here. They don't like us in St. Tammany Parish, Jefferson Parish, Shelmet, St. Bernard Parish. A lot of them, yeah, a lot of coons. Not all of them. But that's they. St. Tammany, JP, Jefferson, and St. Bernard Parish. It getting real. And not all of them. But if you come over here and you don't look familiar, you're going to get pulled over. Because you don't look familiar. Or we know her. They know every car that I had. Over here. You go through Shelmet, they don't know you. They're going to pull you over and try to find out what you're doing over here. Jefferson Parish, you come over there, as they say in their mind, with that bull, them 2 over there, they racist over there too. They racist over there too. But you know what? The only way we gonna be able to pull this off with Carmella, if they see that we ain't no punk and we standing on all 10. We not supposed to let up. We got all the corruption and all the shit that they did was illegal, wasn't right, and he's still in jail. Wow. It's grounds already for an appeal. That child supposed to be out of jail right now. And I ain't gonna lie, it don't take millions of dollars. Ain't no damn law should charge nobody no $1 million for something that's already right there. The red flags are already right there. Ain't it something how they overcharge people when people get GoFundMe money and the city helping people and lend and sending money and all that? The lawyer then bump his price up. A murder trial. Just because it's a murder trial don't mean you have the right to boost the price. Your price supposed to be your price. Why it take 10, 15? Why it take so many millions to file paperwork? I'm just trying to understand it. Because I had an appeal bind and they ain't take no while, even though the situation was different, but they had then already gave me my time. And when I got an appeal bind, they set the bind at $250,000. This child should have a bind right now. Appeal bind. Somebody ain't balking loud enough. Somebody ain't fighting power to the people enough. Somebody ain't yelling enough. We got all this evidence and all this crooked shit that went on, and this child still in jail. I'm just saying. And then somebody said it'll take a year. Since when it take a year to file an appeal? If you file an appeal and you get and it's certain levels, but it don't take a year. It take paperwork, and paper is a motion and all that other stuff. An appeal, when you get an appeal and you be granted an appeal, then you get an appeal bind. Now, why that take a year? And who put a time on an appeal? Because soon as I got the 5 years and I made a phone call, my family filed an appeal and I got out within a couple of days. So make me understand, with all these flaws and all this corruption that then went on, why would it take a year if a lawyer could just get the paperwork done and file for the appeal and then file for appeal behind? So why is it millions of dollars? I'm trying to understand. Why is it millions of dollars? Why is they still playing in our face? Because they still playing in our face. And all y'all doing is bumping y'all gums. And they still playing in our face. Charleston White played in our face. He worked for the people. Y'all let that go over y'all head. So at the end of the day, the judge played in our face. Because all the while he know that was his partner. The daddy played in our face. All the while he know this child was going to get sentenced to 35 years. They already had a meeting at the round table on the black people. They know all this was going to happen before it happened. And they still went with their move. Somebody said, oh, we got this. We know the black people going to cut up. We know they're going to do this. But they still ain't in control. Wow. They made y'all feel like shit. Like, yeah, we did this. We've been playing this. This the results, the end results, and ain't nothing y'all could do about it. Now they still playing in y'all face because they're saying they're gonna take their time. So you mean to tell me all this corruption, all these lies, and all this coming out with the truth, and the child still in jail? Wow. So all these people lying. The black lady that said she saw the video, she saw them chasing Carmelo. They lied and said his twin brother, Hunter, was holding him when he was passing away. That was a lie. You mean to tell me they got all these flaws and all these lies, and this child still in jail? Who behind the scene? They still playing in y'all face. They still saying, I don't care how much money they get. I don't care who they get. We still gonna make it a slow process. What happened to internal affairs? And I know internal affairs, when it comes down to corruption with police, but what happened to corruption in a traditional system? Once you find out it was corruption, that's automatically, he got to get out of there. All right. All right, my baby. So you mean to tell me they playing in our face, letting us know, not just my face. I'm letting y'all know because it ain't just me and it's by myself. They playing in all our face, saying y'all still can't do nothing. We still in control. Yeah, y'all didn't call us. We know them people already had a meeting on us already. They already know the black people was going to be rampant and raging. They already talked about this. And in their mind right now, they still winning because they still in control. When they sent them to the jailhouse where their partners at, they showed y'all that they still in control. At least that's what they want to believe. I don't even think they believe in God. And I heard the daddy say if they wanna get together and talk about it, he much brought up about God. How you could bring up about God and you still holding a grudge about a young man that defended himself and unalived your son because your son was the bully. Now don't get me wrong. When somebody unalive somebody, I don't condone nobody unaliving nobody unless it's justifiable. And you mean to tell me this little baby had a little pocket, and at the end of the day, biggest, him and his brother and all the boys, other boys, was this little baby was running for his life, scared for his life. You could tell he not no little street thug, but we got all this evidence exposed. All this with the judge, all them in cahoots. They already done had a little meeting. They already done had a little private party and all that. But they still playing in our face. Like saying, y'all can ramp, y'all can rate, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. Yeah, we did all that. Yeah, we know y'all was going to come out with all the evidence and all that. And we still in control. They still playing in our face. No matter what y'all look at. And when we see it all on the internet and all this one found out this one found out that one. Everybody finding out the truth. Now what? Now what? Do y'all not know that the power is in the state? If you from another state, the power is in the whole entire state. And that's the state of Texas. Do y'all not know how many black men is incarcerated from the state of Louisiana in Texas? After Katrina, a lot of our black men is in Beaumont, Texas jail, and they all surrounding jail. A lot of our black men from New Orleans is in jail after Katrina. And they got railroaded. And don't get me wrong, hey Pat, some of them went up there with that foolishness. Some of them they caught a case. But some of them is innocent and they got railroaded. They tell you when you hit Texas, don't mess with Texas. And that speak volume. You ain't got to even be done did nothing big. Somebody could lie on you. they come and get you just because they said it. See, New Orleans is at the bottom of the barrel. Our state not as big as some of those other states. But in the city of New Orleans, all us, we know each other, and our bridges. See, like when you go to Texas, if you miss the exit, you got to go down yonder to get back home. Unlike New Orleans, we missed this exit a half a mile, you got another exit. But Atlanta and Texas, those type of places, if you miss one exit, you might be on 85 and wind up on 75 on the other side. In Texas, you miss an exit, you got to go about a good 5 minutes or 10 minutes down to get back on where you're trying to get. So if you miss an exit in Texas, just know that you're going to ride a couple of miles down, a couple of miles to get back home. But in New Orleans, if you're out there and you need to get off on Chef, if you miss your exit on Chef, you can get off on Crowder and turn around. You could do a turnaround. But if in other states, hey, sister girl, in other states, they're going to give you a run for your money. So what y'all got to know is that somebody is over the state of Texas where this child at, and they the ones that think they got all the power. But I do believe and trust and believe that if we pray and if we be on one accord, God will open the door for this young man. But he want us to see life for what it is with our own people. How could I come to y'all rescue when y'all fighting against each other? Why? So why y'all ramping and raving and crying and moping about this situation? What y'all gonna do to change the Black community that's not getting along? Because some of y'all don't realize that when something like this happened with George Floyd and Trayvon Martin, that affect all us Black people. They played in our face. And if they had the opportunity to unalive Camilla, they would. And they'll make it seem like he committed suicide. So we got to be very mindful of what's going on, and we got to keep on lifting this child up in prayers. Because at the end of the day, if they had their way, they really want their lick back. The daddy really holding a grudge, and he want his lick back. That's why he tossing and turning, flipping and tripping, but he got the right string and the wrong yo-yo. How about that? But I'm going to pray tonight that God send his angels to protect this young man like I be doing, and send the right people and give his family favor with the right people that's going to work for him and get him out of there. Not next year, this year. I'm just saying. So it's okay for him and his brother to act a fool because they think their daddy was in control and they got suspended and they got put out of school and all that. So you mean to tell me ain't none of that came up? You mean to tell me the dad is talking about the mama not being there? Well, why your son didn't get on the stand and talk about how good of a brother he had? You know why he didn't get on the stand and talk about how good his brother was? Because they wasn't good. and he was going to get cross-examined. So before they put him on the stand to talk in his brother's behalf and talk about what really happened and incriminate himself, they told him, you don't need to take the stand. That's what I believe. "21 scholarships, and he was the student we were told to be a lawyer." Wow. They're trying to destroy all our Black kings and queens. I never forget how they beat me, stood me up, and dropped me. I told them I was paralyzed. And the sergeant put his foot in my back and called me the nigga B in Jefferson Parish. But in the midst of my imperfection, I still serve a good God. So the same police who called himself punching, hitting me, he unalived somebody and he went to jail. And I told him that when I got out of jail, I said, at the end of the day, do you know one day you're going to get what you deserve from doing what you did to me and my ex-husband? And he got that back and some. So what I do want y'all to know is Jehovah do answer prayers. And if y'all pray like I pray, God gonna get his child favor with the right person. But even when he get out, they still not done with us. They're not done with us. They still, as I'm speaking right now, and all this going on, all on the internet and all that kind of stuff, they still trying to come with their move. They still trying to prepare themselves. And we still have some Uncle Tom people. We got good Black people and we got bad Black people. We got good white people and we got bad white people. But anytime they do something like this and try to throw the rock and hide their hand and divide us, that's what they plan to do. But y'all got to realize that everybody's not the same. So we can't say all the white people is like this and all the Black people is like that. That'll be stereotype. But they do have racist, redneck, crackers, KKK. They do have that. It still exists. They behind their robes, behind their police suit. They got authority and they think they got power because they feel like, oh, well, I'm the popo, I can do what I want. They don't follow the rules, but they was qualified for the job. They literally sit down and have a meeting at the round table against Black people. And they stick together and they lie for one another. Y'all is so ignorant to the fact that y'all don't even see that in the hoods, you could count the white people. In the project, you can count the white people. The Iberville, the Lafitte, the St. Bernard, the Melpomene, the Magnolia, the DECEIVE, the Florida. Can y'all tell me where's the white people? If you get 5. But what y'all need to know is that, like, some of y'all be talking about one another on Section E and government funded programs and getting food stamp and all that. So do y'all not know that they have poor white trash, as they would say? And do y'all know that they have, a lot of white people, Hispanic, Latinos, Mexicans, all them people get government funded programs too. So where they at? Do y'all not know at once upon a time they said they wasn't gonna mix us up together? So why they can't live where we live? In other words, they're trying to say, just put all them together so they could unalive one another. Because if we mix them up together, then they'll be unaliving each other. That should have some of y'all thinking. And the project is all blacks. They might have like a few, no more than 5, living in a project. So where all the rest of them that's on government-funded programs? I'll wait. Where they at? 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 Saying, you don't like me, you don't like me, you don't like me. Y'all, we don't like each other or whoever. I don't like y'all if y'all don't like me. But I don't hate y'all. Y'all don't like one another. And they don't like none of us. They got some white people out there can't stand black people. And you can't stand your own black people. Ain't that something? They can't stand you, and you can't stand your own black people. Roosevelt. That's the sad part about it. Where the love at? And I'm not asking for a friend. Where's the love for one another? Because this not our first rodeo with them unaliving our black people, and in their mind, they got away with it. Because they trying to teach us a lesson and show us that they got power. They're trying to show us that they got white power. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But no, you waiting in the gap to unalive your brother. And they waiting in the gap to unalive your brother and your sister, your mama and your daddy. Wow. Our people going to war with each other, and they going to war against us. They playing in y'all face. They ain't hiding. They showing y'all in plain daylight who they really is. The judge know he was going to get backlash. The daddy know all these people already, this was already ordained by them. It was predestined by them. Now what we going to do? Power the people. What we going to do? Keep on letting them keep on looking at us saying, you know what? Let them kill up one another. Let them dislike one another. Y'all don't realize the majority our celebrities that went to jail for the past couple of years are black. Why y'all laughing? P. Diddy, R. Kelly, Lil Durk, Lucci, what the other ones? It's a lot of all black men that's in jail. Hey, Queen, that's in jail. They got money. They even showing you that when they get sick and tired of using y'all, after y'all and sold y'all soul, they gonna destroy your life. They trying to make y'all believe that they got more power than Jehovah. And they don't. But y'all is too blind to see. Y'all so busy worrying about, oh, where she drive and where she live. And she on Section 8. And she get food stamp. And she think, and he think, and they think. Y'all too caught up into being small-minded. When we got big fish to fry. And it ain't our kind. What y'all tuck ass? You waiting in the gap to unalive your brother or your sister. And they waiting in the gap to unalive all of us if they had the opportunity. Because they playing in our face. And Charleston White, he ain't even black to me no more. He could stay over there. That's who he worked for. I want you to get up there and degrade all your black people and make them look stupid and talk down on them. And don't matter who you talk about. It could be the dead mama, the dead baby. It could be no matter who you talk about. Go ahead on up there and look like a damn fool. And that's exactly what he did. Because he's a coon, Uncle Tom. Y'all done lost y'all damn mind if y'all thought Charleston White was giving up any kind of money. That's a Negro that's not really a Negro. He not one of us. Not at all. He worked for them. They control him. When they get tired of him being wishy-washy, come on here and make it seem like he ain't working for them. Then he try to ease over here and make it seem like he on our side. He team black. He ain't team black. Don't be fooled by the games he playing. He don't give a damn about black people. He worked for them. He wanted him. He said if it's us versus them, he thinking they gonna win. And they not. They try to come back with that slavery shit and think they gonna play with us. I'm power to the people in a wheelchair. Put me on the front line. I stand up for my people, even the ones who ain't gonna stand up for me, because I'm one of them ones. What about some of y'all? I forgot y'all some of the ones that say, oh, I'm going to just mind my business. Well, this young black boy is all our business because he black just like us. I'm just saying. They're trying to make it be really about the whole white people, the racist. Everybody white not racist, but they are. Everybody that was in the courtroom, all of them was on the stand. The what they call them, jurors. Everybody in there was racist. They already had a meeting about this. They already said, you good? You good? You good? They already had a meeting and said, man, we're not worrying about them and whatever they come. They prepared themselves for this. They know it was going to get. Did y'all not know that they already prepared themselves for this? They already at the jail he was going to. They already said he was going to be found guilty. And they already had how much time they was given. All that was already predestined. They already had them. All that was all in black and white before they didn't even have to go through with the trial because their mind was already made up. This was already written. And they went with their mood. Somebody said, I don't give a damn. I don't care. We still gonna do it. We gonna get all them. We don't want no black jurors. We gonna get all them out the way, and we gonna pick who we want. They didn't even do the protocol. They did what they wanted to do. They showed job. We in power. We ain't worrying about y'all money. And then he came after Cardi B, and he came after Ben Crump. So in his mind, well, if Ben Crump ain't come through, Ben Crump must see that he ain't gonna. I ain't messing with that. Oh wow. He played in y'all face. They call Cardi B stupid. And you know why they say she's stupid? Because she got children by black men. They ain't what they want to say, stupid. They want to say in lover. Don't let that go over your head. They won't call Cardi B in lover. Because she got beautiful black children. Now, what Cardi B did to them? All Cardi B said was she was going to put up so many million to help Camilla. And when she said that, They went to tripping. Oh, now she won't go along to get along. She ain't said nothing wrong. She saw the flaws too. So you gonna call her stupid because she wanna help a young black man that was wrongfully convicted. They still trying to have power in the midst of all their shenanigans. They getting exposed all kind of way, and they still sitting behind them doors and them rows and them uniforms saying, yeah, we know all that, and what y'all gonna do about it? Long as Camilla's sitting in jail, they still believe in their mind that they still got the power. They just some little ends that's bumping their gun, running their mouth, and they still ain't got the power because we still over the courthouse. Yeah. So who over that judge? And why is he not fired? And why the DA, which is a sex offender, why he's still a DA? Because they playing in y'all face, letting y'all know we already had them went to school, to class, we sit at the round table, and we already know y'all was gonna try to come with all this, but we letting y'all know we still in power. Because we sent them to the jail that we wanted him to go to. They still playing in our face. So we need our real black, powerful people to step up and show them that they don't run nothing. Because they want us to believe that they running shit. Oh yeah, we running it, and you ain't gonna bring your black ass over here and change nothing. The devil is the lie. I bet you we gonna get justice. I promise you we gonna get justice. But y'all gotta be very mindful. I ain't gonna say if, when we get justice, they're gonna go after our other black young men and women. Because they're gonna feel like they lost one and we gained one, but we gonna lose more than that one. So y'all gotta be very mindful. They coming with a strategy. I ain't gonna say if, because I know for sure without a shadow of doubt, he coming home. When he come home, they're gonna go with their move to try to hurt us again they might get 1 or 2 or 3 more. Like y'all got him, he home. Now they're gonna go with their move. So when they go with their move, when he come home, we gotta be prepared. Because guess what? They're gonna have their guards up. They're gonna have their guards up. And believe me, they prepared themselves for everything that's happening. Everything that's going on is already predestined because they already had that talk. See, it's new to social media, but it wasn't new to them. They say, the parents ain't got no money. So you know what? Ain't nobody gonna step up to the plate and all that kind of stuff there. They don't care about y'all digging into their background. They ain't worried about none of that. But our main goal should be that we pray that God give this child favor with the right person so he could get out of jail. Not next year, this year. Ain't no way in the world this child still should be in jail with all this corruption that went on. But they still playing in our face. Letting y'all know that no matter what y'all say, how y'all say it, they still running shit. Because I'm sure they have protocols that they got to go through. And they're going to make it seem like it's going to be a slow process. Oh, well, we got to file this. It's going to take so many days to file this. It's going to take so many days to file that. When you got a little bread and you got a little power, and it's power to the people, and they see that we got a lot of people behind each other, they're gonna have to, we gotta force them, because they ain't coming out without a fight. So we gotta force their hand to let them know we gonna take a stand. When I say we, I mean people in power. I'm talking about people in power. And guess where your power come from? Jehovah. Instead of y'all naysaying, trying to believe what they saying and all that, and maybe this and I didn't talk to a few black people, and you know what they say? You know what some of them say? In their mind, they believe that, well, I don't know, because at the end of the day, what you mean you don't know? It's plain, it's plain in plain sight. And it's in plain sight that they was wrong. It's in plain sight that it was self-defense. Well, okay, but we got our black people that still passed their opinion into believing that it was right what they did, when all they did to this young man was unjust. But I won't tell you. I'm going to tell y'all, I do have a spirit of discernment. All of this was predestined by them. They've been already had this in motion. The paperwork, the jurors, all that was already done. And you know what they say? Man, we don't care about them. They know they was going to get backlash. They ain't worrying about none of us. Because they got their head up like, yeah, they ready to go to war. We ready. That's how they playing in our face. But somebody like me, even in a wheelchair, I'm power to people. Put me on the front line in a wheelchair. Some of y'all ain't, but I saw one black sister speaking loud. I saw her out there by herself. And you know what I said? I wish I could have got out there and protest with her. Even if I had to fly to where she was, I would have been another black sister in power out there with my sister. She wasn't scared of nobody. He said, speak boldly as you ought to speak. And some of y'all just punk ass. Y'all cowards. But y'all to get on the internet and drag for your own people, or you'll unalive one of your own people, or try to unalive one of your own people. But at the end of the day, standing up for what's right, you know what y'all gonna do? Just talk about it. That's what y'all gonna do. And guess what? It's gonna continue to go on until we stand up and show them that they ain't gonna keep on unaliving our people and mistreat them. Because they're showing in y'all face like, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. We already, the white boy, he already just got 10 years. And what? And he be home soon. And what? But we get Euros 35 years. And we know we did all this. And y'all see all the evidence that we was crooked. And what y'all gonna do about it? That's what they saying. What y'all gonna do about it? The daddy talk all that smack. The judge got a little smurf. All of them got their little smurf on. They had their little dinner, their little meet and greet with their little wine and all that, and their little peanuts and all that, their little salad with the cheese and the crackers on the side. They had all that going, and everything that they did was already predestined. Don't let that go over y'all head. So while y'all continue hating on her, me, them, they still hating on all of us. They still behind the scene. They still on the internet. They on here right now. They saying, now how smart ass, yeah. And I said what I said while they listening. I'm one of the ones. Power of the people, the black people. I'm going to stand up for what's right. Y'all been doing this to us for centuries. And black people then built houses and levees with their hands. When they ain't had no drills and they had all this technology shit, black people then built houses from the ground up with their hands and made trees out of hammer. And you mean to tell me our ancestors flipping over in their grave because they fought for civil rights and they fought for to get us in the front line, and y'all gonna let them do this to us? Wow. Wow. That speak volume. That speak volume. Another one. They got another one. And another one. And another. They're trying to eliminate all our black children. Because they believe in their mind their power is bigger than him. But let me tell you something about life. See, they might think they got away with it, right? In their mind. But I know a man that said, you reap what you sow. And do unto others as you have others do unto you. So they could keep on thinking they're getting away with it. When stuff starts happening to their children and their loved ones, and they be done ran into a tree and be done lost their life, or they be a quadriplegic, the people that they love, don't ever think for a second that they don't get it back. Because no matter what color, what shade, no matter who you are, you reap what you sow. So they ain't getting away. They might be getting by, playing in our face right now. But you know who got the last word? Jehovah. He just won't see what we gonna do. This is an eye-opening for a lot of us to draw closer to one another. Y'all too blind out there fighting and pulling and scratching and pulling hair and fighting on one another, all in the streets and all that kind of stuff there. So y'all missing the picture. Y'all not focusing on what y'all should be focused on. And that's black people fighting against one another. For what reason? All because he said, she said, they say, we said. Wow. When we got bigger fishes to fry. Oh, yes, we do. But still,
ladies and gentlemen, allow me to advance my newest
but still,
organization.
y'all fighting against one another.
Menace Mobile. We have the most confusing pricing and plans of all time.
Doctor, it's James.
Y'all fighting against one another. For what reason?
Why we're all switching to Verizon.
This constantly keep happening.
We just got rid of activation and upgrade.
The same pattern. And all black people doing is sitting around talking about it. Just like they got power. We got black power too. But when we gonna use it? Somebody says a white man's world. The devil is alive. Because just like they got a lot of them, it's a lot of us. They just feel like they still in control. They feel like they control and they got more power than us. They don't. They got much power as you let them have. If you let them have your power in your mind, you believe that they got more power, well, let you believe. They don't have that much power. But if they want to believe they do, whoop-de-doo. But they don't. I'm just saying. See, when you on some real type shit and you trying to educate your own people, why I say 3 people on Instagram. See what I'm saying? When you giving them the facts about life, about what's going on, they don't want to hear that. They would trade me in a split second to go see about a damn fight. Because y'all lost. Y'all lost on this internet. And it's sad. Oh, she ain't talking about nothing. I'm talking about our people. And it's sad. But I don't got no problem with people leaving, because guess what? At the end of the day, they're going to say, hey, you can reach out and touch me. Nah. Because when I stand up for what's right, y'all standing up for what's wrong, y'all keep that same energy. Because sooner or later, gonna come knocking on y'all door. A lot of y'all got to bump y'all head because y'all don't want to hear the real. So I'm going to just let y'all bump y'all head because this ain't what y'all want. Y'all don't want to change y'all life. Y'all don't want to be saved. Y'all want to continue doing what y'all want to do, how y'all want to do it, listening to the mess and confusion instead of saving your soul. So go ahead on with y'all bad self, because y'all got sons and daughters and grandsons and granddaughters, and y'all still ain't getting it. And my heart hurt for a lot of y'all, because y'all out there in the wilderness. Y'all don't want nobody to school y'all about what's real in life. So if somebody pop on and somebody beating somebody's ass and somebody fighting and all that, y'all rather go listen to that than listen to what Jehovah told me to tell y'all. Well, y'all go ahead on. Go right along. Because I'm still going to be here delivering the message to my people that want to receive it. But sooner than later, y'all going to be crying. And y'all going to wonder why y'all crying. And y'all going to say, I should have listened to that little lady, Miss Ann, in the wheelchair. But no, I'm not trying to force nothing on none of y'all. I'm not even trying to force y'all to share the lie. Because what's for me is for me. How about that? So y'all go ahead on and keep on selling y'all soul. I ain't never once said that y'all couldn't enjoy your life when y'all draw closer to Jehovah. But since y'all want to be out there and y'all like the fighting and the scratching and the pulling hair and all that kind of stuff, that's the type of stuff that y'all like watching it. Y'all like seeing it. I don't like it. Because it's still my people. They grin, they self. So I got to tell y'all this, whether y'all like it or not. This summer, for the people who not trying to get their life right, this summer, y'all going to be weeping. Y'all going to be crying. And don't ask why. Because I tried to warn y'all. I tried to give it to y'all. Y'all don't want to receive it because it's coming from me. But he said out of the mouths of babes. So it could be an alcoholic on the corner. It could be a drug addict. It could be a baby, a toddler. It could be a blind, a cripple, a crazy person. He could use to deliver a message to you. And you know why y'all ain't going to receive it? Because y'all so busy judging them. You ever had somebody told you something and they don't look like you? You might say, oh, that's a little bum or a crackhead, a little dirty, or they are alcoholic. You judging them on an outer appearance, but in the midst of their outer appearance, they could give you a word. They could deliver a word from Jehovah to you, and you don't even want to receive it because you're looking at the outer appearance. Do you realize that they got people that look good that won't even give you a bottle of water? They got people that look like me and you that say, "Oh, I love you, sister. I love you, brother. I love you, mama. I love you, daddy. I love you, cousin. I love you, friend." But you wouldn't even give me a bottle of water if I need it. Oh, you live too far. Oh, she live way over there. I could come to my family in New Orleans. I'm not riding way over there. She live too far. Oh wow, but she in a wheelchair. She drive with a hand control, and she could come to y'all, but y'all can't come to her if she needed y'all. Oh wow. Thank God for Jehovah. I thank you, Lord, for never leaving me. That's why I celebrate me. Because ain't nobody gonna love on me and take care of me outside of Jehovah but me. Because to me, love is an action word. And when somebody tell you they love you, ask them, is they serious? Well, where have you been? And when the last time I talked to you? And when the last time I saw you? But you have the nerve to let that word come out your mouth that you love me? Oh, wow. Right string, wrong yo-yo. Where the love at? Where the love at? Okay. I know real love when I see it. I know how real love feels. Y'all can't pull no wool over my head. See, some of y'all shorten y'all days because of y'all personality and the way y'all treat some people. And some on wondering why. Like they say Miss Thing was talking about me, saying that I'm a Miss Ann and Miss So and so, they getting old and they gonna be unalive, they gonna pass away. Girl, we gonna still be here. I ain't gonna say we, I ain't speaking for her. Miss Ann gonna be here when you gone. I'ma outlive you because my ways are not like your ways. I'm not conniving. I'm not deceitful. I don't go along to get along. And guess what? I ain't try to unalive nobody and set nobody up like you, Miss Thing. You just hit the lottery and got with a man that you always wanted to be in the spotlight. You always wanted to be that girl. And you thinking being with this man made you that girl. But you need to change your persona, your heart, your body, and your soul. Because at the end of the day, your outer appearance is not going to get you in the kingdom, Miss Thing. All that fake shit that you walking around with, all that shit, they're going to deteriorate. That's not going to get you in the kingdom. Only what you do for Christ going to last. So all that fake shit that you got on from your head to your foot is going to deteriorate. I'm just saying. This all me. Even if you say my face is wrinkled. And it's not. It's just a little extra skin from losing weight. Talk about that. Because this all me. Unlike you and you and you and you. And to y'all trolls on here that come on here and try to troll me, y'all don't have nothing productive to do with y'all time. Because y'all allow me to know that. Y'all come on here to troll me. That means when y'all go to sleep, y'all toss and turn. And you woke up with me on your mind. Wow. Well, just keep on trolling. Keep on watching. Because where I'm about to go is going to blow y'all mind. Where Jehovah about to take me is going to blow y'all mind. So just keep on watching and come back now. Keep on trolling. Keep on doing what y'all doing. Keep on disliking. Do y'all not know the most hated on people is some of the most successful people? See, they don't look like me to y'all. Like y'all say, oh, we don't want her to deliver the message. We don't want her to be an advocate. We don't want her to have awareness day for this and this and that. I'm not your favorite. But let me tell y'all who favorite I am. I'm his favorite. I'm not the one that y'all chose. but I'm the one that he chose. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So don't let that go over your head. So the message for the day was being deceived. Watch out for the people that try to deceive you. Watch out for the people that smile and grin in your face and play victim. And watch out for the people that act like they love you when they don't. I'm just saying. Now, why is saying that nobody's on here? Facebook. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. But I know a lot of my fans be on Facebook. But maybe Facebook's trying to tell y'all to come to YouTube. Because sooner or later, it won't be Instagram, Facebook. It's going to only be YouTube. And I'm still going to come on all these platforms. Because some of y'all still not getting it. And y'all still caught up in your emotions and your jealous spirit. I'm not going over there to her Instagram, her YouTube and all that. That's because you got a jealous spirit on you. Ask God to take them jealous spirits out your heart. Just ask him. God being jealous of somebody. Because he gave me my flowers every day that I open my eyes. And that speaks volume. So I love y'all. I'll see y'all on tomorrow. Again, look out for the people that deceives y'all on the internet, off the internet. Family and friends. Because some people have tricks up their sleeves. So instead of talking all the time, listen. Because if you don't listen, you're going to miss something. That's how y'all watch a movie. And then when y'all watch it again, you'll be like, well, damn, I must have missed that part. Because you wasn't watching it. You wasn't watching it. So with that being said, I love y'all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. And y'all be blessed. How about that? I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all be blessed. So y'all, I don't know what be going on Facebook. But let me tell y'all this. It was showing like nobody wasn't on there. That's okay. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for the likes and the views. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for interacting. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all be blessed. And don't forget to get y'all tickets for the comedy show. I love y'all. It's called Bright Event, June the 27th. It's going down. It's a comedy show you wouldn't want to miss. Featuring AMAs, the legendary AMAs. Y'all come back now.